Hello foam fighters, I'm DrFlux. In today's video we're looking at the Nerf Modulus Regulator that has a drop-in kit and has been modded for 2S. Let's dive right in. Now the Nerf Modulus Regulator is a mod that I did many months ago. This was kind of a introduction into this belt-driven full auto type system that you see in a Hyperfire and even in the Terra Scout. It's a very unique design in which the motor moves a belt that has a little tiny notch on it that just pushes the dart into the flywheel system. It's pretty cool. The only drawbacks I personally have had, and I've talked to other people and they say that the issue that I'm experiencing is pretty much my own issue, but I've noticed some darts, especially Adventure Force waffles, where this thing will rip the back of the dart off. This is, of course, after I have 3S this. You know, when I bring these up to a 3S or 2S, it seems like there's so much power in this motor that it actually just shreds those darts from time to time. So I've actually found that when I'm using this type of system to use the Elites, they seem to perform a little better as far as the foam being a little bit stiffer than your normal Adventure Force waffles or Dart Zone waffles or whatnot, or even Men Gun. Now inside this, we have several things going on. The main key feature I want to talk about is the NFStrike drop-in kit here that actually fixes a lot of the electrical issues you have with this. Now they sell this thing as a fix because, you know, if you had electrical problems with a Modulus, you can take all the electronics out and throw in this new drop-in kit and it will most likely fix it and give you a nice little performance boost, which is cool. Also in this blaster we have a few different 3D printed options here. So I have a Modulus stock. I'll have to post a link in the description, but essentially what this does is it reinforces the stock and keeps all the seamless lines in there. So it looks really professional. It looks like it was actually intended to be, and it really stiffens this thing up. So big fan of this. I actually went back and vinyl dyed it just to kind of help with the overall look of this. This whole thing has been vinyl dyed. That's how I've gotten this color. And then I've gone back and just kind of stuck some stickers and then used some paint markers to try to detail a little bit. Now the really cool thing about this kit is you're able to retain your single fire, 3-round burst, and then double fire. Let's go ahead and check out the range and see how these 3 modes function. Okay, we're gonna try targets every 10 feet. This is single shot of Elite, so let's see how accurate it is. Let's go ahead and see what 3-round bursts look like for accuracy. Let's check out full auto. I'm gonna try to dump a mag on each one, so let's check it out. I was really impressed with these. They did pretty well. I did notice I had a couple of the FMJs were actually in here with my standard Elites and they kept getting jammed. So I did have a few jams with the flywheel system, but once I pulled those out, it was fine. This thing has been rewired for 2S and I used 18 gauge wire. A couple more things about this blaster. So I did get This was from out of darts. It's just a battery indicator to show how much charge you have left. I also grabbed one of these battery door screws, which is really handy. I have not tested this system on a 3S, and to tell you the truth, I don't think it really needs it. Right now, we are chronographing around 100 FPS. Which is perfectly fine for what my intended purpose is for this. And this blaster is primarily something I can take to an HVZ and have a pretty dependable blaster that can deal with all sorts of problems. So primarily it being used as a single shot is preferred, and it works well as just a single shot. The 3-round burst is very nice for when you are on, maybe if you're in kind of a dangerous situation where you need a nice little reassurance. 3-round burst is really nice to have. The full auto is probably better for like a last stand where you have a bunch of mags and there is a horde just coming at you and you have to dump mags at a time. And it's pretty reliable. It's a very satisfying feeling to have this thing full auto. With FPS around 100 feet per second, it's not bad. The front attachment is just a file I found off of Thingiverse. Tried to find it, I couldn't locate it, but there are many barrel attachments that you can find on Thingiverse for just various replacements. And to tell you the truth, it's not really needed. I do like the ones that have a lot of space like that because it doesn't impact the dart too much. When you start adding extra barrels that have no space like this, you start to decrease the FPS. So just something to consider. Once again, purely cosmetic. I like the way it looks. And I did wrap some tape around it. I vinyl dyed it black and then wrapped some tape around it. Well, this pretty much sums up this video. I just wanted to do a quick mod review of something that I built in the past and see what you all think about it. If you'd like to see more stuff like this, I have a lot of blasters that I've built that I don't mind dusting off and kind of showing you. So let me know if you like this type of video. I know this isn't my normal video where I break down all the internals, but I'll go ahead and provide links in the description to all these things if you'd like to build something similar to this. Well, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, happy nerfing.